our organization and being so supportive of us over the last couple of years. And thanks to all you for coming out to our third annual casino night. I look around and I see a lot of you have been here each of the 3 nights, and we're incredibly grateful for that support. And with that support and generosity, you know, this is really the event that's put us on the map. 2 years ago, it was really our kickoff event. We were new, and we were fortunate enough to raise $100,000 that evening. And then last year at Casino Night Monte Carlo, we raised $150,000. And with that money, you know, it leads to a lot more responsibility for us, and we're getting different questions now than we got 2 years ago. And one of the big questions is, hey, you've had some success in raising some money. What are you guys doing with it? And that's what we're going to try to explain in a little bit more detail tonight. Myself and some of the students that we work with are going to come up and talk. But the short answer to that is we've worked our butts off putting together partnerships and developing existing partnerships, developing new programs to the point where now we can offer tutoring, we can offer SAT prep, we can offer ACT prep. We run college tours on the West Coast, we run college tours on the East Coast, soon to be the South and the Midwest as well. All free of charge to hundreds of students, low-income students throughout San Diego County. And it's through the generosity of people like yourself that have made that possible, and we're incredibly humbled and incredibly grateful for that. A great example of a success, if you were here last year, I introduced a young lady, her name was Miranda Perez. She went to Escondido Charter. You remember Miranda. And to give you an example of a great success story, during her presentation she talked about how the East Coast college trip was an eye-opening experience for her, and how walking down an Ivy League campus was just, you know, she was intoxicated by it. And from that day, she made it her primary goal to go to Princeton. That was her #1 choice, and last December she applied early decision to Princeton, and this January she was accepted into Princeton.
Yay!
And in preparation for this event, I called Miranda to ask her if Princeton was really all it was made up to be, and she's absolutely positively, it's my dream school. It's far exceeded my expectations so far. So that's what Miranda's story is, and tonight I'm going to introduce Lisbeth. Lisbeth is just a junior, so she will not be going to Princeton next year. And I also think Miranda, when I was introducing her, I said this is a girl who could run this country one of these days. And in watching the debates over the last couple of weeks, I think I might have shortchanged the girl. And even though Lisbeth is president of the Robotics Club, you don't have any political aspirations. Is that correct? No. Perfect. So she's going to use that mental horsepower for the betterment of our country instead of the destruction of it. So to introduce Lisbeth, she's a junior at the Preuss School. The Preuss School, for you, if you're not familiar with it, was voted by Newsweek as the #1 transformative school in the country for 3 years in a row. All right, that's kind of mind-boggling. They're over in UTC, and they've been a great partner of ours. They've introduced us to many wonderful kids. Lisbeth is one of them. You're going to hear from Ronald later tonight. He's another student from the Preuss School. And I'm incredibly grateful that she's going to come up and talk about her experience at Preuss and what A Bridge for Kids has helped her do over the last couple of years. So, Lisbeth.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Michael. And good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending this event. I feel honored to be speaking with you all today. As Michael said, my name is Lisbeth, and I'm currently a junior at the Preuss School UCSD. From the time I was a young girl to present day, I have always seen my parents work as hard as they can to support my family. My father currently has 2 jobs and works 7 days a week. I'm saddened that I don't get to see him and spend as much time with him as I would like, but I understand that he is giving his all to my siblings and me so we can have the best quality of life. My mother dedicates her time to running our small family business and raising us. I couldn't have asked for a greater mother because she strives to instill in us the best qualities. Both of my parents, being immigrants, have gone through many struggles. I'm appreciative of the time they have taken to teach us to always be grateful and never take anything for granted. The source of my parents' financial circumstances stemmed from being high school dropouts. After my mother became pregnant, they were forced to raise a family and could not pursue higher education. Nevertheless, I thank them for being my biggest inspiration and motivation for breaking the cycle of high school dropouts. I want to be an engineer, to design, build, and innovate the future. In 6th grade, I picked up a Lego robot, learned to program it, and never looked back. Ever since I was first introduced to robotics, I felt a calling towards the programming. I became head programmer for my small middle school robotics team, and I found that I would grasp different concepts faster than my peers. Although this programming was simple and graphic-based, designed for young students, I often faced challenges. These challenges excited me because I could never leave an issue unsolved. This persistence encouraged me to challenge myself on levels that I had not imagined before. I began attending high school robotics in the 7th grade, something others found peculiar. Now, as the youngest president that my team has ever had, the oldest team in San Diego, I'm grateful that I was exposed to what has become my passion. I loved being challenged, but more importantly, I loved creating something out of nothing. The idea of dreaming something, that being able to create it, has never ceased to stop fascinating me, and that is what engineering is to me. From that point on, I joined as many programs and organizations as I could, but the one that I'm truly grateful for and received tremendous amount of support from has been A Bridge for Kids. I was given not only financial support, but moral support as well that has helped me to confirm my passion for robotics. Last summer, my sponsors from A Bridge for Kids gave me the opportunity to attend a programming camp at UC Santa Barbara. I was the only girl in my group, and I made it my personal mission to show the boys what I was capable of. I kept up with everything we were learning and didn't focus on the differences I had with them. I focused on the fact that we were all there because we shared a common passion for computer science and programming. I'm proud to have conquered the initial fear that haunted me because it opened my eyes to a new experience where I was able to learn so much. While at the camp, I created a simple game and was constantly studying as hard as I could. Once I actually finished, I wish I could have gone back to day one and relived the whole experience all over again. After the camp and the support from my sponsor along with Bridge for Kids, I was elected president for my high school robotics team. I found a new confidence in my abilities that I hope every girl in STEM will one day get to experience. My biggest goal in life is to help provide support for underprivileged girls like myself in finding their passion, as A Bridge for Kids has helped to guide me. Another great opportunity that A Bridge for Kids offers is college visits, a program that I plan to take advantage of in 2016. I've heard many stories of people who fall in love with schools after they visit them and are enlightened after visiting colleges. For me, the chance to visit colleges outside of San Diego would not be possible without A Bridge for Kids. But with them, now a dream as big as attending MIT doesn't make me back down. It makes me want to continue to work harder. A Bridge for Kids has countless opportunities to offer San Diego teens, and I'm eternally grateful for the help that they've given my family and me. Thank you to everyone who came to support us tonight, and thank you for your time.
So I have a couple of raffles, right? What am I going to raffle off?